Good afternoon and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm Audrey Lynch with my co-hosts Judy Loge and Veronique Arsenault. We have got a jam-packed show today.
And we even have a special guest.
I know. We even have a special guest who's going to join us not only for a chat, but for our quick chat portion of the show as well, in order to squeeze everyone in today. We have so much we want to talk about.
It's one of those days.
Welcome, Darcy McLaughlin.
I'm glad to be one of the gals.
Oh, one of the gals.
Proud to be
Darcy's
one.
Angels.
Yes.
Okay.
Darcy's Angels.
Darcy's
Yes.
Angels.
Darcy's Angels.
Exactly.
Isn't that cute? I know, I tried.
We usually like to start off our first part of the quick chat with a quote, and Judy's actually up first.
And mine's very short and sweet.
Oh, good.
Oh, even shorter than mine, because I'm usually
It's
the queen.
very, very short for a change. Always wear your invisible crown.
Oh, I
It's
like
by Lily
that.
Pulitzer, the designer.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yes.
on that note, I think what she's saying is a lot of people just have that lack of confidence a lot of the time. And even if you do, maintain it, wear that crown. But do you think self-confidence is a nature versus nurture issue? Or because it used to be that it was genetically, that you were actually nurtured by your family to be self-confident? But I think now researchers are saying more that it's genetically you're predisposed to having that confidence.
Well, everybody says I'm just like my dad, right?
Yes.
Because dad is very out there.
He is.
And he's, you know, he can get up in front of, you know,
Yes.
a big group. And whereas mom is a little more quiet and
Reserved.
behind the scenes kind of.
Right.
So I guess I tend to believe it's
Genetically
nature.
linked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I do
I think
too.
you have some genetics, and then if you're raised by people who are outgoing stuff as well, on top of the genetics, it probably
Promotes it.
plays a factor.
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because my mom and dad, like, you know, they're both very well spoken and they're very good in the company of others and have no problem, but they would not get up in front of 1,000 people, as I wouldn't think nothing of it in public
Yeah.
speak. So I think it's genetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, with the 4 kids that I have at home, I noticed between all of them that they all have the ability to do it. And at some points, I'm trying to encourage them to be a little less shy and a little more outgoing.
Right.
Yes.
But some of them have it genetically, for sure,
I
more
think so.
than the others.
Oh,
It's
sure.
like an IQ. You're born
Yeah.
with what you're born with. You're either
Yeah.
born dumb or you're intelligent.
I have moments.
Everybody has to play to their strengths. in life.
I have moments.
What else is on the top?
Yes,
table
we
today?
have a few things that we do want to chat about for the quick chat portion of the show. And first up for me, and I want to get it off my chest to start off it with, is something that happened here in Miramichi at one of the high schools, MVHS, last week. It's a video that did come up on Facebook that's circulating. It, I believe, gone viral somewhat beyond even here in Miramichi. And initially I was avoiding to watch it because it had to do with bullying an autistic child in the high school. And but I did sit down and watch it with another client of mine last week, and I was vibrating.
One of your boys is autistic.
My oldest boy is autistic, and just leaving that off the table, just any child who is not of, you know, equal, whatever their issue may be, bullying across the board is just, but this boy was teased and taunted to fight.
Right.
And when he
Disturbing.
put his book bag down to engage, this bully engaged right back, got him down, a kick to the head. I witnessed it myself.
Oh my.
The girl videotaping it, shouting encouraging words to
Wow.
to go at it and do at it. Now, a boy watching, he goes after the bully once he got the boy down because, you know, then it's unfair, I guess, he felt.
Right.
Goes after him, and he gets that boy down and lays a beating on him. You can see I'm vibrating. I'm trying to control
It's
myself.
really disturbing.
It is. It's extremely disturbing because, especially when I found out the boy who intervened was suspended from school and kicked off the football team initially.
Right.
The
They
other
probably
boy is
they probably have a no
suspended.
tolerance policy, which
What about the girl?
And
that
the
was
girl
taunting?
videotaping, who's encouraging it as well, and videotaping
Terrible.
and laughing.
She
and
should have been
everyone around.
reprimanded.
I'm like, and I understand that teachers really do feel like they do not have any control whatsoever anymore, unlike when we were kids, right? That they don't have a whole lot
well,
of
they're not.
say.
I mean, they can't touch them.
You
Like
can't
they
even
can't.
look at them the wrong
Yeah.
way. It's like you're looking down on me or
the
something.
words in which they use to speak to them, to reprimand them, is even guarded. right?
It's tough. It's
So
tough.
what was the outcome, Audrey? What happened in the long run with that boy that was so badly bullied?
We don't know all the. I understand that he, the boy that was suspended from the football team, may have been reinstated.
Okay.
I'm not absolutely sure.
Well, which would make sense to me.
yes.
It would, yeah. I think that there probably has to be some punishment for him because they don't want students
Right.
taking, even if they're helping, taking it into their own hands.
Right.
That's right.
They want them to go
Vigilantes.
find the teacher
Yes.
and intervene. Yeah.
Exactly. But the teachers themselves are not allowed to do as much as back then. But I have 4 kids, and I've experienced the bullying issue for years, and I've been on both ends of it, and I'm going to take it right back to the parents and the parenting and the at home. Yep. When I watch that video as a whole, I'm like, how was that child raised to think that that kind of behavior is acceptable?
That's right.
Is acceptable
I
in the first place? Yeah. Like, I am absolutely appalled. I want to know that girl's parents. I want to know who the boys' parents are, and say, what's going on? Because my children, like, I always told them to stand up for themselves and for others. But I was also saying, but I find out you're the bully.
Yeah. I know.
Look out.
That's true.
Well,
I despise the fact of bullying.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, it's such a
terrible,
and it's such a terrifying situation now too, because a lot of kids, you're seeing them provoke these situations so that they can go viral.
Yeah.
To make the video.
To make the video.
They want to be, you know, seen, right? They want to be famous for that moment because they were in this video that went viral.
So much of it, though.
Like, it's terrifying, but it happens so much more.
And
than we
it costs
know.
people their lives. And times you see them on Facebook
so,
being put down, they actually take their lives.
For me, it brings up the question, because some states in the U.S. have now have a law and passed a law that the parents are held accountable for their children's actions up to the age of 16, I believe it is, if I'm not sure. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
I think that might
that's
be
the way it should be.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the kids, somebody has to be held responsible. It has to be. I think the parents are where it lays with.
Well, sometimes you get that kid that's a good kid, and I say all kids are good kids, they just go wrong somewhere. But they get in with the kids that are very much, they're influenced by their behavior.
Well, that mob mentality.
They have the parents that are just so desperately against bullying, obviously, and then there's that peer pressure.
Yeah,
do it, I dare you, because I've worked with young kids for 25 years, and I've seen those situations.
I don't know what
but
the
I can
answer
see
is
why
either,
you're so upset.
But it's gotta change. They've got to be more accountability for those who step up and feel like this kind of behavior is okay.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Terrible.
Okay, that's my rant.
It's warm in here.
I know.
You just
It's warm.
I don't know.
Let's do yes.
The blood pressure.
I brought the warmth with me.
Keep an eye on your kids. Know what they're doing. Social media. Have rules.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's just it. Lines of communication. Open, open, open.
Yes,
Agreed.
I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's talk about the dogs.
The pit bull ban. There's a pit bull ban that has been just last week, right? In
Montreal?
It started today in Montreal,
it starts
actually,
today.
Although the SPCA is in court because they're trying to get an injunction against it. But officially it goes into effect today.
Okay. And that stems from...
There was an attack.
By a boxer.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. There was someone that was killed, but it was a boxer that killed. It was a child, a dog that attacked
a woman.
And so then they Montreal as a city decided to institute the pit bull ban. And so what it means is that if you own a pit bull inside the city limits of Montreal, they have to be muzzled anytime they're out.
I think a lot of dogs should be.
And any pit bulls or pit bull mixes, so anything that is mixed with a pit bull
or looks like one,
or looks like a pit bull, that is in a shelter will be euthanized immediately.
So what's the reaction from the owners of these dogs that they love and cherish?
Well, a lot of them are scrambling to buy muzzles, and they have to get their dogs registered. The shelters are actually sending a lot of dogs out of province. A lot of them are arriving here in Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Because there are no bans in most communities in the Maritimes. There are a few. Nigawak, for example, has a ban that they put in 2009.
Oh, wow.
So people are really scrambling. And a lot of folks who can't afford a muzzle, it's like $250.
Yeah, because it's very specific.
Expensive.
It's very specific.
Design specific.
Yeah. And it's funny. I will say, since I was an infant, and so it's been, and there's a case. My parents remember this. I am terrified of animals in general.
Of all animals?
Yeah, I am. I actually, now the word pit bull, to look at a pit bull, they scare me. Nothing's ever happened. Nobody I know has ever had an incident. Having said all that, German Shepherds, Dobermans, same thing. I have that that innate fear, but to ban them, it's not the right way to go. And to do what I think to do what they're doing now to these owners and all that isn't the way to go either.
Well, here you go. I own a pit bull.
Do you really?
I own a pit bull. Yes, I do.
Okay, you're good. You got to talk to about this.
But and he is the sweetest, kindest, most gentlest dog you'll ever want to meet. He gets along with people. He gets along with other dogs. When we take him out of town, we can go to a dog park. He gets along with all the other dogs there and stuff. People love him. So the idea that he would suddenly be labeled as some danger or a threat because some other dog attacked somebody or some other owner was bad with their dog, because that's where the problem lies. Is that they're putting the put in the situation where it's at the wrong end of the leash,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Calgary actually has the gold standard for this. They have the best laws, the best system in probably North America for dealing with
Really?
this.
Yeah, I just read
Since
that.
1985, their aggressive dog incidents have dropped from 2,000 a year to about 650.
Wow.
Even though their
Wow.
population has grown substantially.
Yeah.
Because they have actually free education, free obedience classes,
Oh,
and
nice.
their fines are outrageous. Like if your dog bites someone, $10,000 fine off the bat. So people aren't going to take those chances.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have this beautiful pit bull, which
Sure.
many other people do. So it's almost like parents and
Yeah.
how you raise
Oh, yeah.
that dog.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
do you raise
parenting
one
your
that's
kids,
vicious, or do you raise one
raising
that's
your
kind,
dog.
loving, and sweet, as
Well,
you
it's like
have? It's
my-
an insult
Yeah.
almost to people.
it is, yeah.
Nice dogs, they're pit bulls.
Like
It's
my
like-
little fella, he's only 10 pounds, but he could bite somebody.
Sure.
Yeah.
So can mine.
Any dog can be aggressive.
That's exactly
My little
it.
Susie was a Shih Tzu, and she and I used to breed them, and she was beautiful. But she around children, I didn't trust her,
Okay.
so I never ever let her go near
But you
small
knew enough to
children.
do something about that.
Yeah,
So it's
you know?
really hurtful
No,
almost to
it
see
is.
that there's
Well,
going to be that one dog singled out of
yeah.
all the many hundreds of breeds.
I always said if you broke into my house, Hector would probably help you carry the TV out. You know, it's just the way.
That's the way he was raised. To be helpful,
Yes.
supportive.
Yeah, understandable.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I really think I think it was the wrong way to go.
I just want to touch on the big incident that happened with Kim Kardashian.
Shocking, actually.
Wow.
Awesome.
I was
Yeah.
pretty disturbed
Definitely.
for
If you
her.
haven't
Yeah.
heard, I'm sure it's all over social
Terrible.
media as well, that she was robbed at gunpoint by 5 masked men wearing security type uniforms. The concierge let them in,
Yeah.
and they tied her up
Tied her up in her bathroom and then
and
held
led
her
her
at
to the bathroom
gunpoint.
and held her at gunpoint and stole millions.
They say $14.7 million Canadian value
Yeah, Canadian.
worth of jewelry.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah.
her ring alone, her engagement
3
ring,
a.m.
was
And this was in Paris.
In Paris.
Where her husband Kanye was on stage when all this
Oh,
happened.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting that call?
No.
How your wife's been held up
Yeah.
and robbed and whatever. I don't know what they
No.
told the man, but he said,
No.
I'm going to shut this down. It's a family emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrifying.
And you know they make
Definitely.
such fun of her, and not
That's
fun
what
of
we
her.
wanna say,
People
even though they make fun of
idolize
her.
her, but
Yeah.
then there's those people
This
that
is
you
not
know.
nice,
No
no matter what, no matter who you are.
No, exactly.
No, it's,
Exactly.
I mean, you can make fun of Kim Kardashian for the silliness of her
Well, of
career,
course.
It's a
but
terrible-
this sort of thing is
terrifying.
different. This
No.
is a woman who's a mother and a
Yeah.
daughter.
Well, she's a
and
human
everything
being.
else, a
Yes,
human
she
being.
is.
Human being.
And you don't want to wish this on anybody.
No.
No.
Thank
right.
God
No,
she
no,
wasn't harmed.
exactly.
Yes, exactly.
That's the big thing is she was unharmed.
Yeah,
She's going to
exactly.
need a new therapist.
That's
She's
it.
going to be in
We
shock.
want to change the focus a little bit to our guest who's
Yes.
What?
handy with
Yeah,
you.
you have a big
Yeah.
reason for being here
Yes.
to talk about a special subject.
Yeah, well, on Thursday we have our 4th annual Food for Friends, which is our annual food drive for the Miramichi Community Food Bank. And it's basically an opportunity for Miramichiers to come down to what we call the Action Corner
Yes,
on
it
Pleasant
is.
Street there
Yeah.
and drop off non-perishable food items, household items, and donations to help out the Miramichi Community Food Bank. And we've done this now, this will be the 4th year.
Wonderful.
And it's just absolutely amazing the support that this has received from Miramichiers. They just come in waves. In fact, we already have a ton of donations. The Timberwolves who are
I saw
partnering
that.
with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gather some up on the weekend, and I was blown away. I had to help lugging stuff out of the arena on Saturday night
Amazing generosity.
because it was so much. So more than 4,000 items last year,
Wow.
more than $2,000, and we hope to top that again this year as well. So it's just amazing.
So every month, about 400 families
Yeah, around that.
use the food bank.
400
right?
households.
Households.
So in a city of 17,000 and change, that translates into a lot of people
Yeah.
because how many people are in a household
Exactly.
on average, right? So there's a very strong need. And I always say I'm shocked when we deliver the food every year at how empty the shelves are at the food bank because they're just
Giving
going
and
as
giving.
they can. Yeah, it just sort of
Yeah.
comes in one door and out the other.
Yeah.
So especially this time of year, people are getting into that Christmas season and
know.
stuff. So you feel the
Thanksgiving.
need a little more, I guess. And plus, you know, people who are low income, suddenly their heating bills are going up.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
looking at
Yes.
Christmas and
Totally.
stuff. So,
So they're
anything
having
we
to
can do.
rebudget
Yeah.
where the money is spent,
Yeah.
right?
You can give
So-
personal like razors and deodorant,
All that stuff
the
helps,
sundries
yeah.
that people need, shampoo and all
Those
that.
are expensive.
But
Those
can you
are,
give that's
oh, and
donation
they're
you're
looking
able
for
to
that.
give? Okay,
Sure,
great.
absolutely. Laundry soap, dish soap,
Yes,
you know, paper
yes.
towels and stuff. They'll take those.
Anything.
Yeah.
But anything we use, they use.
Right, and you wouldn't think of it, right? You always think food bank, but
Sure.
if they're not having to spend their money. They're because you know, a dollar doesn't stretch very far anymore.
No.
But if they're
not
having,
at the grocery store,
no,
it doesn't.
because if they're not having to spend their money on laundry detergent, then it can go to other things,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
it can.
might be
the heat
like
bill
rent
that's
and
going to
heat
go up.
and stuff like that. Certainly, yeah. And you know, when we started it, we knew people would show up. We didn't think it would be as big as it was.
Fantastic.
And it's crazy, and it's gotten bigger every year.
Giving
so it's just
nature of
amazing.
Miramichiers.
Oh, so
And you
generous.
know, sometimes you pinch yourself because you think, okay, I don't dare say I'm hungry. We don't know what really being really hungry means.
Oh, you don't.
Or I'm so cold. It could be a temperature in the house is not just ideal. And you say, stop that, because what would it be to be really, you know, going without for days? And you know, I did the shelter on the weekend.
Yes,
We were
and,
up,
and the students, the NBC students had formed a bunch of teams, and they were downtown at Ritchie's Wharf sleeping in cardboard boxes to raise
12-hour
awareness for.
homeless.
Sure.
Yes, you know what I mean?
You don't realize the need. I actually literally drove by a few weeks ago the bus shelter down by the library in Newcastle, and I saw someone sleeping in the bus shelter in
We
Miramichi.
don't
And
think
we
of
don't
that
think
here.
of that
We
happening
don't
here.
think of that here.
And I went, you know, that is something we don't think of happening.
No, you're
And
right.
what really strikes me is when you walk in the food bank, they have a special shelf for when people donate, you know, snacks and stuff like that, cookies and
Crackers.
things.
Treats.
And I keep thinking, and they get, you know, take one or two of those items off that shelf. And I keep thinking that for some kids, that's probably the only treat
Yeah.
that they get in that month is when they're allowed to get a package of something from
Skittles
the
or
food
something.
bank or whatever it might be
something,
that
yeah.
gets donated. So
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
eh?
I'm proud that this
Yeah.
is going to
Exactly.
happen
That's
again
just
for the
it.
fourth
So
time.
when is it?
It's a Thursday from 8 until 6. Right down in the parking lot. We're having a barbecue as well. The Kinsman Club are joining us this year. They're bringing their barbecue down.
Nice.
So that's
October
always a good
6th.
fundraiser, which is this Thursday.
This
October-
Thursday.
October 6th.
Yep.
Yep.
In 3 days.
Yeah, so come on down, grab a hot
Yeah.
dog or something.
I will
break a
be giving
From
donation.
donations.
8 in the morning,
From
right?
yeah, we're
8
going to
in
the barbecue
morning?
from 11 to 2. The
Okay.
whole thing runs from
Perfect.
8 until 6.
8 until 6.
And you guys fill up the van.
Yeah, we get a van from Napa. They lend us their van every year. They've been very generous to do that, and we just shove it right full. And our partners like Bull Bear Credit Union handles all the money for us.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Because we're radio people and
Yes.
don't let us count the money.
That's right.
They're smart.
Deals for You's come on this year. They're donating a lot of hot dogs. I think 288 is actually what we're
Wow.
The Timberwolves have been great, not only promoting it and getting some food at their games, but their players are going to come down
Isn't that awesome?
so that we can save our old backs. We don't have to lift and
Yes,
drag.
good.
Let the young strapping men do
Jill
it.
Summers must be very excited to have this happening
She-
again.
you know
as the
what's
food
funny?
bank director, she's awesome.
When I called her to let her know the date for this year, she said, I was waiting for you to call.
Oh,
so she knew it was
they
coming.
need it
So,
and
yeah.
expect it, and
Yeah.
really,
Oh, yeah.
well, they hopefully will
Yeah.
get at
Yeah.
least 4,000 items donated, plus
Oh,
maybe.
I'm sure
Exactly.
they will.
More.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
it.
Most
But
likely.
besides this event, you can donate other times.
Oh, all
right?
the time,
Because
year
this year
round,
is
sure.
not going to carry them through the entire
Oh, it will
winter,
not, no.
right?
No, they're
Keep
always
in
a
mind
need
that this
and-
is
yeah.
always a need that's ongoing, like monthly, if there's something that you can do. We actually want to say thank you for joining us. We are going to be going to commercial break. We have more Have a Chat. Ryan Tracy is going to be joining us next. Don't go away.
Thank you, Darcy.
Welcome back to Have a Chat. I'm Audrey Lynch, and this is my co-host Judy Loge and Veronique Arsenault. And joining us up next is Ryan Tracy from the Miramichi Golf and Country Club. Hello, Ryan.
We know Ryan.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We have a set full of men today.
We
Yes,
do.
we do. It's raining
we
men.
do.
I know,
Raining
that never
men
happens.
on Have a Chat. No,
Sun's
I
up,
don't
it's
think
raining
so.
men inside the studio.
Exactly.
You have been on before. We missed you the last time you were on months ago regarding
Yes,
another,
yes,
another
but you came to the
hole.
golf course too.
We
Right?
did.
You
We
and
were,
Bernie.
oh, that was just like, I couldn't believe how well I did at that golfing.
People are still making fun of me.
That's not nice. Making fun of you.
I'm okay with it. I'm
They
okay
should
with
be
it.
praising you for
Yes,
coming
yes.
out and golfing.
Yeah, I'm
and-
okay with it. I was
Giving it a try.
A friend of ours, a family member, actually lives in China, and she watched it over in China. She said it was the best laugh she'd had in a while.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Oh,
In a good way.
Yeah.
It's like
In a
in
good way.
comedy when you're watching Trump and Hillary on their debate. It's like my
But
favorite
she was
comedy
laughing
show.
with you though instead.
Sure,
of
we'll
that.
go with that. Yeah.
Well, in case there isn't, and there's someone out there who doesn't know who you are, you're the general manager of the Miramichi Country Club.
Yes.
Golf
Golf
Country Club
Pro.
here.
Yes, golf
Yes.
and country club. Yeah, golf pro
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself and what's going on
Well,
over
it's
there.
my third year with the golf club
Okay.
and third year in Miramichi, and geez, it's been a blast so far. It's gone by really fast, but it's nice to be in such a welcoming town, but also golf and country club that is on the rise, and we've done a lot of great things over the last few
Beautiful
years, and
club.
I'm really happy for the future too, as to what we're about to encounter too.
We're
so.
happy you came to Miramichi with your lovely wife and children. It's an asset to our community, really. When young people come and do something valuable in Miramichi, we just hope they stay.
Yeah,
right.
We've been going through a phase where most of them are leaving.
No, we value your presence and what you do for Miramichi area. Truly, Ryan.
That's nice of you to say,
It's the
but
truth.
it was, it's been a pleasure to come to, like I said, a very welcoming area. But where we were in the Toronto area, it was just such a rat race, right? It's tough to
kids,
for family
hard
life.
to
It
raise
is tough there.
little
Yeah, yeah. So we have more time now.
Do you know? And this is totally off topic, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Because that happens here.
I'm going to ask anyway. Because I'm starting, and I've been home now 10 years, but coming. You've been here 3 years. Have you noticed kind of like a little upswing now? Like there's a new energy kind of happening around town?
Well, I want to say yes, but I guess I don't know what it was like before.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we're true Miramichiers, Audrey and I. For our roots are here.
Yeah.
Born and raised here.
Okay.
And I see it happening, Veronique.
I feel
I'm
it.
excited about the change
like
in the
it.
Miramichi vibe and the upswing. I really
Well, that's
do.
because we were here when it was really, really happening place, and we lived through
Yeah,
the, you know what I mean?
the
little
lows.
valley.
We went
The
through the
little-
ups and the lows,
yeah.
and
So we
saw,
see that coming back
industry,
around.
floundering, and then new things coming. So I see now that we're on a good point upward.
Good.
Yeah, feels
No,
like it.
it's fun to be a part of. If at all we at the golf club can contribute to any of that, then
Yes.
we're happy to do it. I think it's fun to see those things and create them too.
So you're going to talk about what today?
Well, the first thing I want to talk about is a Taste of Miramichi, and this is an event that I'm working with the Chamber of Commerce, and what it's going to be, it's going to start next weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving. We hope it'll be an annual thing, and it's going to be a month long. We're getting restaurants that are involved with the chamber already.
Food!
I love
That's
it.
right. That's right. And
Yeah.
the fall flavors are great, right? Whether it's pies or
Squash soup.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
right.
yummy.
Not only the colors of fall, but also
Pumpkin
the flavors
pie.
of fall. Yeah, yeah. See, you're starting to get a little taste of it
Yeah,
now, right?
again.
I know,
Yeah,
food.
so hopefully we can get 10 or 12 restaurants on board to offer what it is 3 courses. So there's an app, an entree, and a dessert. The price points will be between $15 and $25.
Oh, really good.
Yeah, and it'll run for the month. And whether it's a lunch that you want to go out for or supper, the restaurant that's having it can decide as to what they're going to do, and the menu as well. The branding of it is going to be neutral and designed by the Chamber of Commerce, and so each menu will have that Taste of Miramichi on it, but the items will be different.
Okay.
So I asked at the golf club for mulligans. I think Owen just texted me the menu. I think we're going to have a couple of duck things.
I love duck.
Yeah, yeah.
I do.
I've
never had it.
I've
I
never
really
had duck
never
either.
had it.
Enjoy it.
I've
So
never had
I
it.
like it.
The first item was a duck poutine, I
Oh,
think. So,
wow.
Oh, wow.
just to whet your appetite a little bit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then pumpkin is an easy one. So I think the flavors have to be somewhat local, at least for some of them, whether it's the dessert or the entree. But yeah, hopefully if this thing takes
Well,
off.
we have a lot of local producers here.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody even really knows. There's a lot of farmers and a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
growers right here in the Maritimes and in
Yeah.
New Brunswick, because the Rod does a farm to table as well. So hopefully they'll get on board with this, because I think they have a lot to offer as well.
There's a lot of great trends in food, and I think local production
There
is one of
is.
it, right?
Yeah.
So,
So if Gerard and I were to want to go out to a specific evening, where do we find out more information as to what's happening, the menu, and
And
So
who's participating.
this week we're going to launch not only a logo and a brand for it, but also like a Facebook page, and then we'll be getting it out. Obviously, here is a great
Yes.
avenue to get it out. But
Of course.
the local paper and social media is so big these days. So we're going to try to get it out on as many avenues as we can. Only having 2 weeks, it's not long till it launches, but it's going to run for a month too.
Okay.
So
That's right.
Oh,
So do you
it's
have
exciting.
some of the restaurants that are already on board, or are you still working on that part?
still working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're all intrigued. We just
Yeah.
need to come up with, okay, you need to give us the menu items,
Right.
and then we'll kind of post them for you and then circulate it. And then, social media, everyone can contribute to.
Yeah.
what an opportunity to support the local businesses.
Yeah.
The
Will it be a
restaurants.
certain day of the week that you could go to that place or that
That's
location
what
or
I'm
that
wondering.
location,
I'm
or is
hoping
it on the
that-
weekends? Or
Good question. I hope that every location will have it every day, but
Oh, okay.
maybe they're going to want it just for ease of menu to have
Right.
it, we're only offering the lunch. If the goodie shop, for example, then maybe they
Right.
get more traffic in the morning, so they
Yeah.
want to say, morning or breakfast
Sure.
or lunch, and it's totally up to them.
Okay.
But I think the restaurants will spread it out. It's
Yeah.
probably better that way.
I like the idea of
Really
them
good
adding
idea.
something special to the menu for this month, and it's for this particular event.
Yeah.
I think that would be the easiest way. That way, that would generate the interest in it,
Sure.
and the comeback even.
Well, and I don't think that people really actually understand that there are that many places to eat here in Miramichi.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at TripAdvisor, there are 72 places to eat. So they're not necessarily full restaurants, but
No.
there are 72 places
in
to
Miramichi.
eat.
Shocked.
Yeah,
Miramichi.
in Miramichi.
No.
I mostly eat at home. I do like to cook.
Yeah.
Audrey makes fun of me because she can't picture me taking
She
the time
hasn't
out.
invited us over for dinner.
You know what? Though?
There is no
I
proof
don't
of
dine
any
out
of
a lot,
this.
and I don't know why it is. I think I just enjoy my kitchen and my dining room.
Well, it's nice
and-
quiet time with
It
family.
is, but,
So
but this I'm going to support because I'm excited to hear all about the
Well,
Including-
dining is an experience now.
Oh,
Like
I love
you're not
to
just
eat.
eating out of necessity
Yeah.
that you're
Social,
hungry.
it's
To sit
social.
down
Yeah.
and enjoy the flavors and the the presentation of the food.
Yeah.
And these
and
places
the
all have
company.
bars, right? So you can pair your food with the wines.
Yeah, we did actually
I love
beer dinner this year and a wine dinner.
Ah, so
because
fish
beer
and chips and a cold
caters,
beer.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so
because the
good.
beer can add to it too. Obviously, there's some great
You're
flavors
right.
in beer, right? Craft
Yes.
beer these days.
People
so.
are loving beer more and more.
Well, and I love I'm not typically a beer drinker, but I
No,
love
me
the
neither.
craft beer companies.
Oh, come on.
Wait, check your cup.
Your cup.
You're right. Mine's like straight vodka, but I love the craft beer companies because they're coming up with like blueberry beer and
I
all
know,
those
ginger. And
Yeah, like and none of those float my boat.
Oh,
But
they do float my boat.
But I think it's neat because it gives everybody an opportunity to love a beer, right? And
Does your
it's,
husband like beer?
He does. He likes one particular brand of light
Right.
beer, but I'd have to say I'm like Veronique, and I'm not a beer drinker at all. But
No.
I did pick up over the summer when they started coming out with like the Radlers and having that grapefruit, that citrus
Something
with the
fun.
beer. I was like, wow, I actually enjoy.
The little
and it
flavor.
Actually, yeah, the
extra
little flavor that's there,
Yeah.
and it actually does go well. I tend to drink wine with my meals because it does. It accentuates the flavors of
Yeah.
the different things that you order.
I tell my kids when they go to university, you will hate beer. Don't even bother tasting it because you're going to despise the taste of it.
yeah,
You
right.
know, they'll listen.
Well,
for sure.
you can change that maybe to say, listen, pair your beer with a certain kind of food, a certain kind of craft
Pair your
dinner.
beer when you're
right?
studying.
With
Yeah.
your craft dinner.
Beer and your books together. No, I don't have a problem with that. And I'm not a drinker myself, but you know what? A nice drink with a good meal is a very delightful evening for me.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of the creativity. Like, I mean, so many of our restaurants now are branching out anyway, and the idea to get creative, but still have something cohesive that they belong to a larger
Yes.
kind of idea, and come up with a good price point, because I think $15 to
That's
$25
Really
That's-
good price.
is
Yeah.
very. It's I mean, if you're going for a night out, it's
Wow,
very
I think
affordable.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, and with the 72 places to eat, or maybe 73 with Judy's Kitchen.
Right, yeah,
involved,
exactly.
too.
Judy's, and I have a
Yeah.
sign in my kitchen that says Judy's Kitchen, so it's very intimidating. for
Yeah,
people.
that's
It's like,
right.
get
That's
out!
right.
Out of
No
my way,
restaurant
I'm
wants to
cooking.
compete
I don't
with
like
that.
people in my
Yeah.
kitchen.
But like you said, it brings in virtually every restaurant,
Yeah.
because if you are normally at a lower price point, the $15 for 3 courses is pretty easy to accommodate.
Yeah.
But then if you want something, maybe like a dinner item that usually has a higher cost,
Yeah.
25
Exactly.
isn't too bad either. So.
Maybe a silly question. I think there's no such thing as a stupid question, but maybe are children involved in this at all, or is there a menu that would pertain to the palate of kids?
I would think, if, for example, with us, with Mulligan's, and this is why we want to get involved with it, we have the Taste of Miramichi menu, but then we also have a kids menu too. So if the kids, maybe they're only going to want, probably the dessert out of it,
Yeah.
but if they only
Macaroni or
want
something like
the
that.
entree, then we still have a kids menu. We're not going to shut down every other menu along
No,
with it,
for
right?
this one, yeah.
So-
So you can bring your children to these depending on what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
If it's an
yeah,
evening
sure.
for your husband and yourself, or your
Yeah.
wife or your girlfriend, you're not going to. But other times it could be a family thing.
Well, and like Veronique said too, it can introduce you to somewhere you haven't been before. So if you go for the Taste of Miramichi menu, but then you realize, oh, look at this, they have all these other offerings.
Yes.
That's pretty good, right?
I think it's
Yeah.
great myself.
So what else do you have in store over there at the Miramichi Golf
Oh,
and
what
Country
else do we have?
Club?
Well, we're just talking prior to coming on about we're going to do a Thanksgiving brunch
Okay.
on the Monday.
That's a great idea.
Monday.
Which is a week today, I guess, the 10th.
Right.
Yeah, we know how.
We're off.
There you go.
Yeah,
We're
let's
up.
go.
It's true.
You know what's good about it is that,
Live on
they're-
location.
they're do something
We
themselves.
could do a
normally.
Facebook Live from there.
Yeah.
Not with me eating now.
No, but Sunday's a family day, and then so therefore Monday is a good day to not have to spend
Well,
time doing your
Thanksgiving's
cooking
all
and-
about family, right?
It
and
is.
also the supper, and I think most will have it at home.
I do. On
Some still
Saturday
go
normally.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
So the brunch is something different. It's going to run from 10 till 2, and yeah, we figured if whether you're having your dinner on the Sunday or putting your turkey in the oven for the Monday, and you want to go out and enjoy this brunch, the timing I think is good.
I think Monday's
So-
a great day, and again, the price for that to go out and have a dinner for like what do you have a
What are you
price
doing
tag
for
on
brunch?
the brunch?
Yeah, I
brunch?
want to say it's around 16, 17, something like that. But it's going to be, fully
Nice,
fully loaded
everything
too,
you want.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's exciting.
I just want to come back to the fall flavors, or what are you naming it? Sorry,
tasting
Miramichi.
Miramichi.
Sorry,
Yeah.
What are we calling it?
I just my brain went blank. So if a restaurant wants to get involved, who do they call?
Well, they can call me if they want, or Joyce Buckley with the Chamber of Commerce, who's the executive director there. We're both kind of working on it together. I think through
Big job.
Yeah, it is. Throughout the next few days, the invites have already went out, so we'll just kind of solidify with them. Listen, forward your menu items to us. You know, we're branding it as we speak, and then you know, it's a short
Again, we
time
like to
frame,
have
but-
young people in the Miramichi, such as yourself and Joyce Buckley, the executive director, as you said, for Chamber of Commerce, innovative, young, fresh minds coming in to put something different back into our city.
Thanks. Well, it's fun just to come up with these things, right? So hopefully,
Yeah, but
you know,
you have your thinking caps on.
yeah.
How to enhance the area.
Well, I mean, the Miramichi Golf and Country Club, they're winding. Are you winding down as far as the actual getting out to golf part?
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Well,
darn,
this
Vernie.
week.
Shoot.
Yeah, no excuses yet.
Darn.
I
It's
drive
still
by.
coming.
There's still a lot of cars there. I'm not sure what's
Mine's
going
not
on.
there. Never will be.
No,
Yeah.
so you're winding down with that, but
I hit
Mulligan
2 balls.
stays open.
It is,
Right?
yeah, it does. Yeah, we perennially usually close end of October, like around the 31st, because it takes a little while to put the course to bed.
Right.
However, it is in great shape. We have 3 to 4 weeks still of good golfing weather, and this week especially, with the leaves starting to turn.
I heard there was a plus 20 somewhere
Yeah,
along this
yeah, I
week
think
coming up on
Thursday,
today.
maybe
I don't know
Thursday
what day.
afternoon. It's going to be hot.
That's insane.
No, so we're lucky to get that, and it was a nice spring too. So to have the whole season, you know,
And
be
once
decent
summer
weather.
started, we had a full summer. Once
Yes.
it hit
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Heat
yeah.
and humidity.
We had a
But
lot
great
of that.
for you. And people
Yeah.
like to go out in the fall. Put a nice
They
jacket
do.
on, go out and golf.
I can't count how many members or guests we have that say fall's their favorite time to
It
golf.
is cooler.
And the course conditions right now are great. Worst
Right.
thing, maybe you get your ball caught in the leaves, is you know. But other than that,
Oh, never mind with me. I'm too pro for that.
yeah, see, always down the
Never
middle.
would
eh?
happen. No.
Yeah. So, but no, the clubhouse will stay open till pretty close to Christmas. We have Christmas functions as well.
Yes.
that's
So
right, too.
November, December, and actually a big one is November 12th, the Walter McDonald
That's right.
Memorial Concert.
Yeah.
So we're happy
Annual
to-
event.
It
Yes.
is. It's the
And
5th year
It's
this year.
huge.
And you have the helping hanger coming up as
Yes, this Friday.
well. This Friday.
I have my
Saturday
box
morning.
ready to deliver.
Yeah.
I'm taking my box of clothes over to that to support Charlene McKay,
Exactly.
who's
Yes.
awaiting a double
Yeah.
lung transplant in
Yes.
Toronto. She's been
Yeah.
there 14 months
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And needs all. Well, you can imagine being in the hospital and your husband having to leave his job and trying to put kids through university.
Yeah.
And in the hospital, we want to help in any way we can.
Yeah.
No, I can't imagine actually, and they're setting up for that now, and it's going to be a great event.
So
for this
clothing,
weekend.
and so you take your clothing that
Okay.
you're no longer nice clothing, not used and abused,
Gently
but
used.
gently used,
Gently
nice
loved.
clothing to put on hangers, and the community can go in and pick off for maybe $10 a nice shirt or a skirt, which you might
Yeah.
want to see a nice jacket like I did last year. I bought a beautiful leather jacket for $40. It was perfectly.
The cause is great,
Yeah.
and the items, like you said, you get surprised with.
Send your jewelry, send your purses.
Friday and Saturday, eh?
Yes, Friday evening and then Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, all for a wonderful cause to help Charlene McIsaac.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're going to have at the end of the month actually we're going to have Darren McCormick on to talk about the Walter McDonald.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, him, Corey, and I, and Jason from Raglan Road have formed a committee, and we're trying to. This year being the 5th year, we've branded that event too, and we're trying to really
Yes.
have it reach its potential.
What
Yeah.
year is this coming up for Walter McDonald?
5. Yeah.
I miss
fine.
Walter McDonald. Did you know
Yeah.
him?
No, I didn't. I participated
No, I know Corey.
in the event.
I didn't
really,
know.
really love
It's
Walter.
a full house.
It is.
Like
Oh,
to get around
yeah.
in
It's crazy.
there. But it's fantastic because the atmosphere alone for the event
Yeah.
is so positive. I love the way they set it up where the entertainment is in all these different
Yeah, it's
locations
cool.
within the same building.
Normally
so
2
you can
rooms,
check it all
but
out.
this year's going to be the 3rd room. Solo acts are going to be across the hall in that other the room.
The big room.
Yeah, adjacent to
Like-
Mulligan's there.
Right.
So,
And so, tell me about. I've only been to the first one. I've only been to the very first one, so it's growing and growing. So, what
Oh,
about
yeah.
food there? Getting back to food.
Oh my.
Is the Mulligan's
Getting
restaurant
hungry, eh?
able to? Are you able to go and order a
well,
burger? Or
yeah,
something?
well, I think what we'll do is a barbecue. Although
Oh,
it's November
good
12th and it's the
idea.
evening, it's the easiest thing to do.
November
Yeah.
12th.
Inside is so busy,
Was
right?
that a Friday
Yes.
night or Saturday?
Saturday.
night? Saturday,
Saturday.
November 12th.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah,
what
we're
time's it start?
we're hoping to do
Darren's
some.
coming on at the end of the month.
Oh, good.
What are we gonna do? Hopefully, some online streaming of it and whatnot. And there's already actually a donation page set up. So little things like that add to the event.
Yeah.
And now that we have a logo for it, and maybe even the Friday night we'll get some local kind of
Because you broke records as far as what you wanted to raise each time so far, I believe.
Yeah, it's wild. It's
Fun.
Such a house party, big house party.
Yeah, that's
Best way to
exactly.
title
I'm gonna mark it down this year, November.
Yeah,
November
I've
12th.
volunteered a couple of times at it, and it's quite amazing to see. It's all run by volunteers, of course, as everything is here in Miramichi.
And proud of that fact.
and
Volunteers make the world go round.
well, it does really, and they do, and so it's amazing to see, but the acts themselves donate their time, you know, which is like,
That's
and, like
right. That's
hours
huge.
of entertainment, and they're huge acts. Like it's not like, you know,
No.
me with my guitar.
That
No.
would be that.
You haven't
I'm
got-
okay to see that.
you haven't got
though.
that invite
I'm
yet?
okay to see that.
No, they didn't put me on it
Maybe
again this year.
Judy
not
wa-
on the
Judy
list.
wants to cook. That's
Yeah.
what she's
I'm
asking
gonna
about.
cook
Yeah.
something this year
Yeah.
and bring the crowds through.
There
for
you
sure.
go. Yeah, no, there we
Special
go.
menu.
We're done.
I'll have the drink.
You could serve. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
More
But
volunteers,
you
the
know,
better.
you have a lot on your plate, but you know what? Great to have a chat, be able to share all this information for viewers, because I don't think a lot of people knew it was even happening.
No, exactly. You hope to reach everyone you can, and well, as we said, social media is so big, and the paper's big and stuff too. But any chance we can get to come on and spread
Well,
spread
good
the
luck
news
with all
and
of
the
your
events.
adventures.
Thanks.
And
Yes.
Thanks.
Well, this
Creative
caters to people not just golfers.
No.
You know what I mean?
no,
Like
no.
these are events that we're totally interested in taking part in, even though we're not avid golfers.
I'm
I'm totally a golfer now.
I'm a little person, but I eat like a horse, so I would love to, take part in some of these evenings.
Yes, definitely.
More
We
the
want to
merrier.
thank you, Ryan, for joining us and telling us all about what's going on.
My pleasure.
And keeping us updated. We'll look out for the Facebook page that you're going to put together for this event.
Sounds
Taste of Miramichi starts this
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Next
Next
weekend.
weekend.
The
2
weekend
weeks.
after.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it runs for a month.
You got it.
So we're
I'm
definitely
excited.
going to want to check that out.
Thank
yes.
you so much for being
Yes.
on our show today.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having me. No
joining
high
us.
fives.
See you
Shake
at Rome.
hands.
They're already again. I
There
told
we
my
go.
dog. My dog gives
Exactly.
high fives now.
We'll be back
She
with
does.
more Have a Chat. Don't
Diva.
go away. Hi, and welcome back to Have a Chat. We've been having an amazing show, lots of great guests, and we're not going to stop there. Our next great guest is Jean Surette. He is here to talk to us about the Festival 506, and he's the Executive Director of Music NB. Hello.
Big festival. Hello and welcome to our show.
Thank you.
All the way from Moncton.
All the way. Yeah.
Good for you to be here today.
Yeah. Only saw one moose coming up.
Only one. Only land. That's just it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Well, as you say, I'm the executive director for Music NB. We're a provincial music industry association, so we're there to help not only the musicians but also the industry as a whole to try to develop and just to foster, to give training, or give workshops, information sessions. We usually go across the province a couple of times a year, and talk about different funding programs and different things that emerging artists should know, but also artists that are more advanced in their careers.
Okay.
So that's a big part of what we do. We also represent our artists or we promote our artists the most we can. Well, not only artists or members. We have about just under 400 members.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Studios, bands, solo artists, agents, some radio stations. So it's the industry, right? So it's
Yes,
all parts of the
exactly.
industry. So
I had no idea you existed.
So you're telling me that any musician who's out there who's trying to get up and started should actually become a member of Music New Brunswick, because you can give them the tools that they need to get noticed, venues, events that they can play at and participate in.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean,
Okay.
part of it is becoming a member. It's $25 for solo members, solo artists per year, $50 for bands.
Oh wow.
So it's not that
I'm like,
It's
expensive.
a really good deal.
Yeah, and you get a pretty cool profile on the website. We have a pretty
Right.
good website that we updated this past year, and we're pretty happy with what it gives. It's responsive, so it's good for mobile as well as computers. So I mean, we get calls all the time too. Artists that call us and say, hey, this is. We're wondering about this, or are there any funding opportunities? We want to go on tour, or we got offered
Yeah.
a really cool showcase, and so we can help with that.
Oh wow.
We won't write it for you, but
Yeah.
you'll
we'll kind of give the tips
Does-
on how to do it better. And
Does the artist themselves have to have a certain amount of experience, or do they have to have a CD out or anything else like that in order for you to take them on, or for them to be a member?
Anyone can be a member. Actually, for students, it's $5 a year.
Oh wow.
So it's really
Wow.
cheap. We try to make it really accessible and really easy to be a member.
Okay.
And then once you are a member, obviously you get access to that profile. If you have anything going on, like shows or tours or an album launch,
Okay.
you send that to us, and we have We have a weekly newsletter that's free for anyone who wants to receive it. It goes out to about 2,000 or so people.
Wow. But you help them say they wanted to try and get a CD or do things.
Yeah,
You're where you get the information from in
exactly.
order
Let's
to
say
do that.
if you're an emerging artist or someone who wants to get a CD out there, we'll give you tips on how to do it. What are the best practices? But also, if there is some funding available, well, we'll kind of point you in the right direction. And for our event that we have once a year, which is next week, coming to Miramichi.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, I know. Festival 506 is our main event, and it's to apply and to perform at the event, you have to be a member.
Okay.
Same thing as our awards. We have the Music NB Awards, Best Album,
Yes.
Rock Artist of the Year, Music Industry Professional of the Year, that kind of stuff. Again, you have to be a member, and so members can apply.
Is there something called just heard about it, the DB program for youth?
Exactly.
That you could talk about that component of 13 to 18-year-olds that are upcoming artists?
Exactly. We started that last year at last year's event, and we wanted to do something to engage with the younger artists, like you say, between 13 and 18. A lot of them are in high school or maybe
Middle
junior
school,
high, middle school, and they're interested in music. They're not quite sure where to start. They just know they like music, and some like music, but also have other strengths. Maybe it might be administrative, it might be graphic, it might be organizing shows or promoting. And so the DB program, what it is basically we have someone who's leading it, Sean LeBlanc, who's a singer-songwriter from Moncton, and he helped us out with last year's event. We always have one main mentor and about 4 or 5 other mentors that come and spend the morning with the participants. So there'll be kind of a presentation at the beginning, kind of the best practices, what's the industry about. It's not just being a musician, there's a lot of different things you can do in the industry. So we kind of give a presentation of kind of industry 101, and then each participant has a 5 to 10 or 15-minute session with the different mentors that we bring in. So one person
really
that's someone who's just doing radio, and someone who's just doing marketing and social media, and another person that's more focused on touring and how that works.
So much involved. And we are proud to say that we have some Miramichi people I'm sure that you've met. Dylan Ryan, let's say Terry Whalen. And in fact, we had 2 kids on our show this summer that would love to find out more about this program for you, because they were on playing the guitar and singing, and they want to be songwriters and performers in the future, so we should get them to tune into your program.
Well, the DB program, we had an application process, and we had some great applications. So the morning session is actually available for anyone who wants to come and receive that information. And in the afternoon, the artists that were chosen for the program actually get to work one-on-one with the mentor, who's John Mullane from In-Flight Safety, who comes from Moncton originally, and he's coming up to give some stage coaching, and then there's a show in the evening. So
But Jean, the buzzword in Miramichi right now is the 506 Festival.
Yes.
It's huge. Tell us detail about that.
Well, Festival 506 is our main event. It's a showcasing event, which involves anywhere between 30 and 40 artists. I think we're more on the 40 side this year.
I think 38 I heard.
Yeah. So if you bring in the artists that'll be playing at the awards show, so basically it's a 4-day event. It starts on Thursday, it ends on Sunday. There are showcases. Well, I call them concerts. We call them showcases because we bring in industry delegates to come see the artists, kind of talent scouts and stuff. But for the public, it's open to the public. There are 3 main venues. There's the Goodie Shop, there's the Kin Center, and then there's the
Milk Cove Coffee.
Milk Cove Coffee. We are doing something at the Carrefour.
Is that the Divorcees?
Yes.
Ah, they're awesome.
Yeah, the Divorcees are playing at the Carrefour
They are
Sunday night.
awesome.
With
they have won EMCA awards, haven't they?
They've won, they won.
2 best album, country albums.
They won several years back, So they.
But there's the opening on Thursday night. There's the showcase.
So so basically, the way it starts is on Thursday night we have our MNB awards. So we're giving out all the awards during that night, and there'll be about I think 6 artist performances, and we'll be honoring Matilda Murdoch.
Oh, fantastic! Only long deserved, right?
I know.
Every year the board of directors of Music NB give out a board of directors award, honorary award, and so
I'm so thrilled about her.
Yeah, we're really happy to do that. So there'll be a performance for her. Then on Friday night, that's where the showcases start. So there'll be showcases all night. starting at 7:30 p.m., going probably till 2 in the morning. Those 3 venues that I mentioned, and so artists all night basically. And you can buy a festival pass for $30. That gets you in everything. So you don't have to
all weekend.
Yeah, but
All
you know
weekend.
what though?
Yeah.
You couldn't go to the movie theater and get a drink, a ticket, and popcorn for that.
All weekend.
Or
All weekend.
twice
Yeah.
as much.
All weekend.
It's called the Passport. So once
I
you
like
get
that.
the fan pass, which is the passport, it gets you into pretty much everything except for the awards and the final concert on Sunday, because those are kind of the big ticket events.
Do you have what's the final concert?
Well, that's the thing. On Sunday night at the Cap Fool,
Okay.
it's the Divorcees are starting up, and then it's Lisa LeBlanc who will finish up.
From Rosaireville.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we tried to keep it local there as well.
Well, the ECMA Awards, I mean, Divorcees stood on the stage at one point with Faith Hill, Tim McGraw. They've
Yeah.
been on the stage with big names.
Yeah, I know.
So
They've
they're
been
huge. I look forward to them.
They've been at it for a while, and they have a new record, and they're really they took a break for a couple of years, but they're back now. And,
Alex Madsen, right? Lead vocalist?
exactly. Yeah.
Awesome voice.
So I'm the volunteer coordinator.
Oh,
I'm the volunteer. I'm the volunteer coordinator for those 4 days. So I'm looking for volunteers.
I'm busier, you know.
Definitely.
I'm looking for
I'm looking for the
volunteers.
dates. When is this going on?
The October 13th, 14th, 15th,
Okay.
and 16th.
October.
So it's nice it's after Thanksgiving as well.
It is, yeah. The first year we did the festival in 2010, we didn't look at the dates quite right, and it was the weekend of Thanksgiving, and we said, okay, we're not doing that again.
No.
So it's after
okay.
Thanksgiving.
But
yeah.
this is the first time that it's
It's
been
in
Miramichi.
Miramichi.
Yeah. The event has moved around a bit. It used to be called MNB Week, and it didn't really
Okay.
mean much. You look at the branding, and it didn't say anything to it. So
Okay.
we changed the name last year. It was the first year we called it Festival 506, because we wanted to make it, a bilingual name that worked in both languages, and that it would, wherever you are in New Brunswick, everyone has a 506
It makes
number,
sense,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's our code, area code too.
Yeah, well, that's just it. I've had a couple of clients go,
506.
what's with the, and I'm like, well, I'm not
506.
exactly sure.
Yeah, so basically it started in around 2002, 2003. It's been to Fredericton, St. John, Edmundston, St. Andrews, but it's never been north of New Brunswick on the east side of the province. So we're really happy to be in New Miramichi this year.
So the Olympic Symphonium will be part of it?
Yes.
And what about, I'm not into rap, but the city natives are pretty awesome.
They're awesome.
They are, and I'm not even into rap, but I listen to them.
Yeah.
There's
So
actually
they're
a great
going to be
hip-hop-
here too.
There's a great hip hop show on one of the evenings. I think it's Saturday night, and there are some great artists. I mean, there's artists
know.
that have been playing for a while, who've toured across Canada, into the United States, into Europe. Andy Brown, who's a great singer-songwriter.
He is.
Olympic Symphonium. Jared Lutz.
Oh, I love Jared Lewis. We've had him here to very many special events.
But also Lion Salt, and they
Oh,
they were just awarded. I guess I'll call it awarded, but they have the goal song now when the Moncton Wildcats score.
right, and they're a rock
really?
band.
Yeah, and they're from here.
Who's in that band?
Oh, it'll come.
Like,
to me
no,
later.
but I mean, I'm not sure. I know the group is fantastic. I Google them and listen to the music and download some of their stuff.
Yeah,
and I even like a bit of the heavy stuff.
we worked with the Wildcats at the end of the summer. They were looking for a goal song. And we said, well, look, let's put it out to our members and we'll surely find something.
That's awesome.
And they came out on top.
Yeah, they're young, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're young.
But they're keen. They're really good. Yeah.
They played. I think it was one of their first times they came together as a band. NBCC a few years ago, 3 years ago, I think, had a battle of the bands in their
yes.
gymnasium,
Yep.
and Lion Salt played.
You there?
No,
you heard
but
about it.
it was one of their first times that they had come together.
So you have rock. You're going to feature a hip hop, country. What's electro music? I hear that there's some electro.
Well, we received a lot of applications because what happens is that we receive over 70 applications from our members.
For this specific event.
Yeah, and then you have to narrow it down to between 30, 35.
Right.
So we did receive a lot of hip hop, but we did receive one artist who's not hip hop, but he does kind of dancey electronic music, right?
I would like that. Do you think?
I think so.
Elephant Skeletons is his name, and what he does,
Elephant Skeletons.
he's got all of his electronic gear in front of him. He's got a sax and he's got a mic,
Oh, see, that would interest me.
and then he loops what he does, and it's very dance oriented. And it's really good. He actually played at the ECMAs last year and on a hip hop electronic stage as well.
Oh, cool.
Country's really growing around here.
It
People,
is.
even the young people, listen to country, so
Yeah.
they'll love some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Is this event open to children?
Well,
to go to these? Or
the DB program
Sorry.
concert it's actually
Okay.
a free event. It's on the Saturday night. It's at the Vogue Theatre.
Okay.
And it's the only event that we have going on at the Vogue, but it's a free event. It's all the participants for the DB program have been playing.
Okay.
The coffee shop is the owner would like it to be would like to serve alcohol. Whether there'll be a 19 plus or not, we'll probably be able to start letting people know about that this week.
Yeah, because people like to kick back a bit, relax,
Yeah.
after a long day at work
Yeah.
and have a drink and listen to good music.
Yeah.
It's all part of the scene.
Yeah, but the conference itself, which is going on Saturday, that's all the educational component, all the information.
Right.
That goes going on at the Rod, the hotel.
Yes.
That's where our headquarters is for the event. So that's another great opportunity if you're curious about learning more about music and maybe possibly maybe not making a career about it, but wanting to perhaps release an album or understand better how things work. It's a easy, it's a full day event where there are discussion panels, there's some workshops. It's $20 for the day, but it includes lunch and to meet people.
Gosh, you couldn't do much better than that.
Yeah, we try to keep things affordable because we know that musicians a lot of the time are working a job and they don't they're investing all into their music and they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah. So not asking you which group you particularly love the most, but what's your favorite genre?
I listen to an awful lot of music. I did my.
You would have to. You would have to.
A fave? You must have one particular, maybe one that you just absolutely adore.
Style of music?
Yep.
I like. Well, I'm a big fan of mixing different genres together. Like I like the idea of taking jazz and rock and putting it together.
Okay.
So you have like that kind of the rhythm and the solid aspects of rock, but then the kind
jazzed
of
up.
jazzed
I find
up.
a lot of music is doing that these days. You'll find that the country has a little more pop in there,
They do.
kind of thing. And then I've even heard some country songs where it sounds a little reggae, Jamaican.
Yeah, I
kinda,
like that too.
And I'm like,
Catchy.
the rules are meant to be broken. Now
true.
it seems when it comes to the music, and it just because if you're someone who's just country or and you start crossing them over, you just create more
appeal.
Yeah,
like more of a duo appeal.
Yeah, it can be difficult for artists who mix a lot of styles up to try to focus or try to find radio stations that'll play their music, because if it's all over the place, it's like, oh, we don't know where to put you. So, but that's where the internet comes in, and then you can find your fans on the web.
Yes.
So just getting back to, because I do love the Divorcees, and my dad loves country, so they do a lot of the outlaws. So they do Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard and all those oldies.
Yeah.
I think I'd take my dad to that.
Sunday night.
Yeah, would you like to go?
Yes.
So website for the Festival 506.
Well, festival506.ca.
Easy one.
That brings you straight there. We're Music NB, so musicnb.org will bring you there as well. Music NB is more of our main site where you can, go through our member list and kind of browse and see the profiles. But festival506.ca is where is the home of the festival with the whole complete lineup, to buy tickets, to listen to some music, and to get the full conference schedule as well.
I'm really proud you picked our city as your location this year.
Well, the uptake and the support we've received from the community, not only from the city or from the businesses, but also from the volunteers and the local committee, it has been outstanding.
Phenomenal.
So,
we're
it's really great.
really excited
Yes,
about all
definitely.
this.
Facebook page?
Yeah,
you got to be there too?
We're on Facebook. Facebook and Twitter, and also Instagram. So we're easy to find. It's music in French, music NB. But or if you go on our website, the
you'll
links
see
are
all
there as
that.
well. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you
full
so much.
packed month of October, I tell you
It
that.
will be.
No.
It will be. Thank you so much for joining us,
John.
John Surette from Music MB, the executive director. Thank you for sharing all that information. We've had a great show today. Food, music, all of it. I know, and
helping
can't get
others.
enough. And helping others. Definitely.
So pitch in for all of it, folks.
Definitely. So we have a Thanksgiving weekend coming up. We want to say that we want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving coming up. And eat lots of turkey.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Next week we'll talk about what we were thankful for on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes,
We
we'll
don't have
come
time
rolling
today,
in.
but we'll
From
talk
all of
about
us
it.
here at Rogers Television and have a chat. Thanks for watching.
Happy Thanksgiving.